thinking and common sense. But you could make a case that Scott Jennings, not on Fox, Harry Ent, not on Fox, are two of the most valuable voices. I used to feel that way about Tucker Carlson, but I think he's gone cuckoo Fran and Ollie. And I don't have to tell you that Candace Owens is Fran, and I'm still trying to figure out Ollie. So here's Harry Enten running the numbers on the Democrat Party. What have we talked about often? This is a party at war with itself. And we know this because we know the Justice Democrat movement. Its first goal was to take over the Democrat Party, then remove the Electoral College, then dismantle the Republic. So we've been watching the gauge of this. And that's why Bernie Sanders would have gotten the nomination in 2016, 2020, and probably 2024 if they had opened it up. And that's why AOC will probably be the leader for the nomination before the DNC gets involved in 2028. Why? Because at some point, the majority of this party, it used to be like 26%, but now all that's left in majority is the socialist radical left. So here comes the midterms. Here come the Democrats trying to get control of the House and the Senate, trying to get control of the narrative. But who are they? What makes up the Democrat Party? Here's Harry Enten from CNN.
And I think the results from that special election, that Democratic primary in the 11th District in New Jersey, speak to a larger point within the Democratic Party, and that is that the far left is significantly more than they once were. This sort of gives the game away here. Democrats who identify as very liberal or conservative. You know, there used to be a lot of conservative Democrats right back in 1999. 26% of Democrats self-identified as conservative. Just 5% said that they...
I got to pause real quick. Think about that. Let this absorb. You know, the notion that a conservative Democrat doesn't even exist, an establishment Democrat doesn't even exist. Right now, it's progressive Democrats and socialists. But this isn't that long ago, 26 years ago. In 1999, 26% of the Democrat Party was conservative. This is how the Democrats have gone so far left that they're not even Democrats anymore. And they've drug America with it. Now, I don't know how this party can survive the global warming hoax, the COVID hoax, the trans hoax. I presume it's because most of them have left and now consider themselves independent or independent Democrat leaning. This number alone, not to be dramatic, is breathtaking. 26% of the Democrat Party was conservative in 1999. It's 8% today. 5% was very liberal in 1999, now at 21%. I presume that much above that 21% doesn't see themselves as very liberal, but I think America would consider them very liberal.
They were very liberal. It was a smidge and a smidge and a smidge. Now that far left has gained considerably in power. Look at this. Now we're talking about a fifth of Democrats. 21% say they're very liberal. That conservative part of the Democratic Party, adios amigos, goodbye, just 8%. And when you combine the 21% who are very liberal with those who say that they're somewhat liberal, we're talking about 3 in 5 Democrats who identify as either somewhat liberal or very liberal, with a very liberal but much larger portion of the party. The far left, which used to just be a smidgen within the Democratic Party, has gained considerable power, as you saw in New Jersey.
And I wonder if that's impacted CNN. In other words, the party's playing to the far left because of these numbers, and I'll bet CNN is too to some degree. Here's some more numbers that you might find very interesting.
Okay, so...